Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about your eating, and why you feel dizzy after eating. As you can see, many people experience dizziness before a meal. Low blood glucose can make a person feel lightheaded or exhausted, especially if it has been a long time since their last meal. Dizziness after eating is less common, but it can also occur. In fact, some medical conditions and food sensitivities may trigger dizziness after a meal. Doctors sometimes refer to dizziness after eating as postprandial vertigo. There are several techniques that people can use to minimize this symptom. Well, there are mainly 5 factors that can cause dizziness after eating and explain how to prevent it. 1. Low blood sugar. You see, blood sugar usually rises after a meal. The rise in blood sugar after eating is why people who feel dizzy before eating often feel better afterward. When blood sugar drops following a meal and causes dizziness after eating, doctors call it reactive hypoglycemia. People with diabetes or prediabetes may experience blood glucose drops after a meal because their body produces too much insulin. However, people without diabetes can get this type of hypoglycemia too. For example, people who have had stomach surgery may digest foods too quickly, making it harder for the body to absorb glucose from them. Rare deficiencies of certain digestive enzymes can also lower blood glucose. Well, a doctor can use tests to identify diabetes in people with the condition and prediabetes in those at risk. Eating smaller, more frequent meals with lower sugar content may also help people who experience dizziness after eating because of low blood sugar. 2. Low blood pressure. Sometimes, a person's blood pressure drops suddenly after eating. Doctors call this postprandial hypotension. Currently, people with high blood pressure are more likely to develop this symptom because high blood pressure can cause hardening and blockages in the arteries. These changes make it more difficult for blood to flow to the brain when it is also flowing to the digestive system. Reduced blood flow to the brain can result in dizziness. Older adults, people with Parkinson's disease, and those with nervous system disorders may also be more vulnerable to postprandial hypotension. In many cases, treating high blood pressure can help. Drinking more water before meals and eating more frequent but smaller meals, for example, 6 small meals instead of 3 large ones, may also improve symptoms. 3. Diabetes medications. Some diabetes medications, including insulin, may cause dizziness when they lower blood glucose too much. A person who takes their medication right before a meal may notice post-meal dizziness as the medication takes effect. People with diabetes who regularly experience dizziness after a meal should talk to their doctor about changing their medication, taking a lower dosage, or adjusting their meal schedule. 4. Foods, beverages, and alcohol. Moreover, food sensitivities may cause some people to feel lightheaded or nauseous. Certain drugs and chemicals, including caffeine and alcohol, may also cause dizziness after a meal. People who frequently experience dizziness after eating may wish to consider keeping a log of these episodes and noting what they eat before each one. Over time, it may become apparent that a specific food or group of foods is causing the dizziness. 5. Standing after sitting. Well, most people sit to eat a meal and then stand shortly afterward. Some people experience a sudden drop in blood pressure when they stand. When this happens, the problem is not the meal itself but the sudden shift from a sitting to a standing position. As you can see, orthostatic hypotension is the medical term for a blood pressure drop that occurs when a person moves from sitting to standing, but most people refer to this as a head rush. That's going to be the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the link in description below to discover the best ways to heal vertigo fast and easily.